We're going to hop right into it here, guys. Blackwidow to decide who will go into the upper bracket final match here. In Group C, we've got Pacific.Wara and iNsanes on Blackwidow here. It's going to be Pacific.Wara, though, starting it out on the global risk side. But here we have iNsanes. They get the first pick, working their way towards B on the attack. They do take quite a bit of damage there. iSpar and Steelix both already very low, but it doesn't matter. The bomb has safely crossed. It's going to be planted by Avedon here. Now it's going to be all about the post plant, though. BXM already trying to find a pick from the B window, but it doesn't matter. iNsanes, they have this site on lockdown. Now it's all about the hold here. Looks like all 4 players on the Pacific rotate are going to be working in right around that 20-second marker, but it may not matter. They're running into some trouble, but Aries, he gets 2 on the retake, but it's not going to matter. Avedon, he still holds on to the back of the bomb site. It's going to be up to him. He's actually going to go rotate out from the door. Steelix gets 1. Now it's a 2v2, and it doesn't matter. Steelix picks up another, leaving Aries all alone with just 5 HP, and it looks like iNsanes may have done it here. It's going to be Aries, though, who finds his 3rd on the board. There's only 3 seconds. He's going for the defuse, but it doesn't matter. Avedon comes out and saves the day. That'll be the opening round, going to iNsanes very close there.
Yeah, look at the smiles on their faces there with that initial round win. And it looks like now we've got 3 players headed over towards A.Long. Bomb is headed towards there as well. But 3 players from Pacific.Wara as well pushing up. Flashes will go out. Steelix holding the corner on the left by the box. We've got 1 player spotting towards B as well. Initial pick will go towards BXM, but a double kill coming out from Steelix here. He takes a Zyron and BXM. A triple kill for Steelix. They're taking out Poi, and this should be an instant A push coming out from these guys. But they're headed back. Are they going back for the bomb? Yep, they are going to go back for the bomb here, and they're going to take this one slow.
Interestingly enough, too, the last 2 remaining players on Pacific both have snipers in hand as well. They went for the double arm setup, and now it's just a matter of what they can do to make a heavy impact with this. Avedon is quite low, but they still have to worry about Asuka here playing that cross on the B box room. But Aries looks like he's going to go for the challenge here. Asuka's moved out of position. Aries, if he peeks here, he can take the shot. He takes down Asuka, but it's not going to matter. Disturb there to get to the trade. Now it's going to leave it on King 1v3, but King finds 1, and both remaining players are so low. Avedon falls to his death. It's going to be Steelix all alone in a 1v1. Things have gone completely wrong here for iNsanes, and now this is Pacific.Wara with a chance to come out and tie it right up here. Steelix, though, he still has an opportunity. If he can hit the headshot here and catch King off guard, this could be a big round win for iNsanes. King, though, going to be playing passive on the back of the bomb site, but I don't think he's noticed that Steelix has snuck in past him. They both run past each other, but it doesn't matter. King checks his back just in the nick of time, and that is going to be a perfect way for Pacific to walk away with a round that they seemingly shouldn't have won there, Danny.
Yeah, I mean, that is quite shocking. An incredible entry or incredible cleanup that coming out from Steelix, and it looks like it's going to happen all over again. Aries will take out Disturb there. Shots being popped towards that A.Long. Poi will be the first one to collect the kill onto Avedon. iSpar will go down to Zarin, and BXM will follow up onto Steelix, and now it's a 5v1 situation here, all up to Asuka, and unfortunately he will get gunned down by Aries, and there you see BXM there just high-fiving his buddy. Beautifully done there from Pacific.Wara.
Yeah, and after that first round, I thought iNsanes might have had the momentum to push things forward, but now it's Pacific in full control here. We'll see what they're going to do, and it looks like iNsanes might have some sort of a technical issue. They all seem to be frozen in their spawn. I'm not sure what sort of issues they're having on that side of the field right now, though, guys.
Yeah, we do see the referees headed over towards that player booth.
So it looks like we may see it paused at 2-1 here, but just looking at how things have gone so far here, Danny, I'm actually quite impressed with Pacific's response to that A.Long aggression. The first time Steelix just abused them, but coming back, I think Aries and Avedon did a good job of really challenging that counter-aggression and making sure they didn't get out of that without some even trading, at least on their end.
Yeah, Avedon, unfortunately, though, did Crater to his death. Okay, so it looks like there are a couple of sound issues with Team iNsanes, so we should be jumping back in very shortly. But yeah, let's switch back to the round. I mean, Steelix gets an incredible 3K towards A.Long. It's suddenly, what is it, a 5v2 situation? A 5v2 situation, or no, it was a 4v2 situation, I think, and it just went to pieces.
Yeah, they've done a good job of creating the early advantages on the side of iNsanes, but when it comes to closing out these rounds, Pacific, they seem to just want it a little bit more and have the better positioning to do it with. I mean, we had King who got that 1v3. Unfortunately, we had, I believe it was Avedon who fell to his death, though, on that round in the 1v3. It is unfortunate in that situation.
Too bad you can't have damage down, huh?
Unfortunately not. And so now Pacific, they do sit in the lead 2-1, but it's definitely still not over yet for iNsanes. They've got a lot of potential to bring this one back, and they showed us some solid entry fragging on their half, but we'll see what they can do to try and bring this one back.
I wonder how these games would play out if you're allowed to use like SPOP, wide grenade, smoke protection, Barrett, VIP, like the whole set. Oh, that would be so amazing to watch. Got a BXM here actually just farming up that base, gets the triple. And yeah, still some sound issues on Team iNsanes here, so let's see what they do.
Yeah, it looks like we will be going to some sort of a reset here. I'm not sure if they've got all of the issues fixed, but it looks like iNsanes is still having some issues with their sound. But overall, just looking ahead at this matchup, I definitely think Pacific moving forward is going to be the stronger team here. Just watching these 3 rounds unfold so far, it seemed like in those situations when the bomb was about to be planted or it already had been planted, that they responded a little bit more comfortably in those situations, especially Aries. I know he almost in the first round was able to come back and retake that just on his own. He came from behind the box room, picked up 3. Unfortunately, he just didn't win that last 1v1, but he's definitely shown already in these 3 rounds quite a bit of fragging potential on his end. But interestingly enough, I'm surprised we haven't seen anything crazy from Asuka just yet. Pretty quiet.
Yeah, Asuka is sort of really quiet right now, but I mean, you know, 3 rounds have passed, but, you know, maybe he could have done something crazy in the next round, but, you know, unfortunately sound issues were a factor, so still no update on whether it has been fixed yet or not, so guess we just gotta wait here.
Well, while we're waiting for that, we can actually take a look at some of the other matches we had unfold. So, Group A, both of their matches happened earlier, and we had KOWAI and ruLegends moving on, and that right there, I think, was probably the most unpredictable 2 teams to be moving on to the winners portion. So now you have XCN or All Gamers. One of those teams isn't even going to make it out of that group. It's crazy to think that KOWAI and ruLegends are actually dominating a group that people predicted they weren't even going to have a shot in.
Yeah, I mean, and then to top it off, you had, who was it? Yeah, REMO Brave, who had a complete stomp against Hidden. I think it was 10-4? 10-3?
Yeah, I think it was 10-3 or 10-4.
Something like that, something crazy.
Yeah, the guys.
When we looked over at the giant screen, it was at one point it was 7-1, I think. Yeah, 7-1. Yeah, I remember it being 7-1.
Going into the final round of the first half, they were up 7-1, and those guys definitely impressed me. I thought they were probably going to have a pretty good shot, more of like a 50-50 match looking at that one, but after watching it, that definitely was not a 50-50 match hidden. They were not ready for Brazil to come out swinging in. There's just been some crazy matches so far, and it makes me excited to see moving forward who's really going to come out and make an impact here. But coming up later, we are going to also have the Group B finals match, and I think that is probably going to be one of the best games of the entire tournament.
That's going to be my favorite game.
We've got Flipside and Vici Gaming, a match we're definitely looking forward to here, guys. 2 of arguably the strongest teams we've seen so far throughout the day.
Yeah, Flipside, I never doubted Flipside for a second. I mean, you clearly know this as well. Ever since I landed here, I was like, yeah, Flipside are going to take this 100%. And then, you know, Vici Gaming with that game against Team WoW, we actually met up with Team WoW right after that loss, actually, and even Aiden was like, what can we do? I mean, it's Vici Gaming, man, best team in China.
Yeah, they were also a little bit disappointing. He said they just felt like they weren't ready the whole time, and by the time they felt ready, it was just a little bit too
it's
late
exactly
there.
It's exactly like how, like, the body language I was getting from them, I could only really tell that Aiden was, like, you know, hyped and everything, but everyone else seemed so not in the zone. You know what I mean? Like it felt like everyone else is so nervous.
Yeah, I feel like they really need to sit down and sort of have like a pep talk before they go
Yeah,
into their
yeah,
next
yeah.
game tomorrow and really have that confidence behind them. Because as we've seen, I'd say the two most confident teams I've seen so far are Flipside and
100%.
Vici. And
Yeah, Vici.
those teams are the teams we've seen performing the best so far,
Yeah.
which I think that makes it that much more exciting to see them coming head-to-head already in the group stage. And these are two teams, I think, honestly, considering their performance, may be the teams we see move out of Group B regardless of who wins here in the winner's side of it. But still, a lot of forces to be reckoned with, even on that lower side of Group B. You've got Freedom Gaming and Team WoW. That'll be a great match. And following that, they'll play the loser.
ruLegends and KOWAI.
Yeah, ruLegends and KOWAI. That's going to be coming up later today on stage A. And
yeah,
that's going to be a crazy match because it's two teams no one expected to be there. And one of them is going to guarantee themselves a playoff spot. And I really think it's going to be ruLegends at this point. I mean, KOWAI,
Definitely.
we've seen them
the
step
weird,
up.
the weirdest thing is though is like when I walked in and I looked at you and I was like, okay, ruLegends are gonna be my dark horse team, and you looked at me and you were like, are you serious? Come on, dude. Like ruLegends, hello? There's no way. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna switch up. Like I heard a lot of stuff about iNsanes and about the Japanese team, so I was like, okay, it's gonna be iNsanes. And now when I sit here and I just think in my head, 10-5 ruLegends against AG. And but I can't go back now. I've already said it. My dark horse team is iNsanes, but I can't go back now.
Yeah, it's just a crazy situation for ruLegends because now they not only have a solid shot at making that bracket stage, it's against KOWAI, who was basically the most underestimated team in that group. So I feel like ruLegends, they have to have their confidence through the ceiling right now that they're going to make it into the next round. They beat the team that everyone said they couldn't.
Yeah.
Now,
when I looked at Treek, he looked so calm. He was like because when we saw him before his games they looked slightly nervous, right? And then after their games, like Asa was always the same. Asa was like super smiley, happy to see us, etc. But Treek looked dead serious. Treek means business for sure. I mean, this is the man who participated in WCG 2011 with Voller. If you remember, they had that incredible game on port with the double sniper. I mean, you know, ruLegends has been around for roughly around about 5 years. So they are no stranger, especially in the Russian community. So,
yeah, these guys are quite the long-standing team, and it would be crazy to see them pull off a huge run this year, but they're well on track to do it. They made it out of a group where they definitely should have faced more struggles, but and now this is their opportunity to close it with winning the group, potentially if they can take down KOWAI later today. So I'm definitely looking forward to see who comes out on top in that group. But Group C, the winner of this going to go on to face the guys of Brave, and that's going to be a great match as well, especially after seeing how well those guys performed against Hidden. I mean, I'm excited to see either one of these teams go up against them.
REMO Brave look so solid as a team. I mean, you know, it's... Even though it is like, you know, Korea, whatever, etc., I mean, they made it to Crossfire Stars for a reason. But when you get stomped so hard for it to be like 10-3, 10-2, 10-1, like, you know, that team that is doing the stomping is making a statement.
Definitely, and it's really a team that people kind of underestimated because, you know, they had this whole stigma that they weren't INTZ, so they weren't going to do as well, but they're well on track to be one of the highest performing Brazilian teams we've seen at an international.
Yeah, and, you know, for any of you guys who understand English and Portuguese as well, we have our buddies down there, Paladin, I think is, or Paladin, and his other co-caster, and we were talking with him, and he's like, yeah, I definitely do think, I don't think REMO Brave will make it to the, you know, the first lot, like, you know, be the champions, but I definitely think they do have it in them to become, you know, 3rd or 4th place.
All right, guys, and it looks like we did get that technical issue fixed, and we're going to be hopping right back into the game here. 2-1 going to be the score in favor of Pacific.Wara, but just as we say that, Asuka has come to life here right on the reset. He gets the opening pick. It's going to be Ares going down as well. Definitely a very crucial frag going the way of iNsanes to keep things going forward here as they look potentially for the tie here. King trying to find something through the smoke, though, on the cross to B, but he cannot seem to find any. And it will be the bomb going down. And this is iNsanes with a great opportunity to find their way into the tie here. Disturb just playing over here on the B bridge, just waiting for the flank, and it's just going to be a complete and utter shutdown. It's going to be a very solid way to get things going after the reset. It's just going to be KOWAI all alone, who's going in for the 1v5, manages to get one, but that will be it. And now we finally see Asuka on the board with 2 frags, making that round a very solid one here for iNsanes to tie it right up.
Yeah, tie it right up. Tie it right up 2-2, and looks like we're going to be seeing another 3-man push here towards this A-Long from Pacific. Nades go out there. 89 HP left on Ice Ball. But Asuka with that sniper rifle will pick up Ares here. Asuka now looking towards Catwalk. I don't think there is going to be a push towards Catwalk, but it doesn't matter though. Ice Ball will take out BXM. Bomb in the hands of Team iNsanes right now. Staying towards base, so not quite sure where they want to push right now. I mean, they could take A-Long, but it looks like they may just be favoring towards this B side. 3 players rotating over towards the B bomb side. We've got a player pushing up towards Catwalk here. And yeah, that was Asuka. Asuka will fall to Poi. But looks like they will go ahead and execute towards this B bomb side. King lands a double kill here onto Abaddon, and DateDecember gets the triple kill onto Iceball. And that was a complete shutdown from King.
King just going crazy
King
here.
just stepping up, going off in that B window. And this is what I was telling you about. B window and A window are just so good. It's why I would always take this map over Dust 2.
And you got to remember, too, King, he had to go up against Revenge to get here, so he definitely has to have the on skills to bring it, but it will be Asuka starting it off with the kill, taking down King, getting rid of that threat right away. So iNsanes in a great position to try and tie it up right away here, but they definitely have to worry about these players getting a little bit aggressive here towards mid. But right now, there's going to be a 5v4 advantage in favor of iNsanes, but they do definitely need to be careful here. But it looks like the bomb is going to be working its way potentially up Cat here. But Ares, he's getting aggressive here. He spots them in the window. He's in spot 2. He gets one on the cross as well. Great headshot from Ares. Now it's going to be a 4-on-3. It's going to be Asuka picking up one towards A, though. Right now, very nice hold, though, coming out on the A bomb side here from Poi and Ares. Now it's going to be up to Asuka and Steelix here in this 2v3 situation, but Pacific.Wara doing a great job of locking things down on mid and A here in this round, but it's not over just yet. Steelix and Asuka both with some decent health to work with, but definitely have to be careful. BX goes for the flank here. It's going to be Asuka, though, picking up the trade now. The 1v3 down to a 1-on-2, but Asuka is very low, 31 HP to try and recover this one back, but Asuka gets another on the board. And now it's down to Ares and Asuka in a 1v1. Asuka looking for a potential 1v3 would be a huge way to tie this one up and really show that iNsanes is a force to be reckoned with. Already at 7 frags since the reset as well. Asuka has been a huge performer here. Right now, though, it is going to be Asuka pushing up Catwalk, but it's already Ares on the flank here. Question is, will Asuka be ready here in this post-plan position? Asuka, though, going to go for the plan here, planting behind the triple stack. It's just a matter of where he wants to set up for the post-plan position, but it doesn't matter. Ares, with the quick peek, catches him off guard and stops that one from getting out of hand. 4-2, Pacific.Wara going to hold on to the lead here.
Yep. Beautifully done there from Ares. I actually thought Asuka would actually, be able to double jump into the A window in time, but Ares reading that well. Luckily didn't decide to go towards B bomb side, but nonetheless, though, we're going to see this massacre towards A-Long. Once again, flashes go out. And let's see who will collect the initial kill. It will be DateDecember, takes out BXM. Abaddon, though, will take out Zarin as well. That's going to be a 5v3 situation. Still pushing, though. King, though, lands a trade. Icebar and Ares will go down to Asuka's Deagle, and that's going to be a 4v2 situation here. Not in the favor of Team iNsanes.
Now it is going to be Poi going for an aggressive play up Cat. He's not really going to be spotted either. He's going to have a great opportunity to flank. If he doesn't make any noise, he could get behind them very quickly. Steelix, DateDecember, and Abaddon, though, going to be pushing their way up A-Long. This is where they could run into trouble, though, but King misses the shot. It's going to be DateDecember taking him down, and now Poi, he's left in a 1-on-3 with not a whole lot of HP to make this happen with. He does have the advantage of catching them off guard, but Steelix will be safely there to trade. And just like that, we're at a tie once again, 3-3. Now here we have it, guys. It is going to be a very interesting round ahead here. It's actually going to be 3-4, Pacific.Wara in the lead right now. Things are looking pretty solid here for iNsanes. They've had a huge step up Since the reset, Asuka definitely coming up huge as well and showing us that he is better snipers that we've seen on the day. There's still a lot of work to be done if they want to take down Pacific.Wara, who looks like they're going to be stacking their forces towards this potential A push. iNsanes, though, it's going to be Abaddon leading the charge. Poi. Question is, will he be ready for this here? Some sort of entry onto this bomb site, but it's not going to happen. They're just going to take their time and try and draw out these defenders for an aggressive pick, but no one wants to challenge Pacific just yet on the side of iNsanes. They're just looking for these openings here. Steelix and Disturbed, though, rotating with the bomb as Icebar meets them to go for the A-long push, but they definitely need to be careful here. It's going to be BX and Poi already waiting for this push. Now it's just a matter of the response here. Pacific.Wara, though, they have the map control to make this happen. It's just a matter of what iNsanes can do to go for the aggression over here towards A, but BX, he's going to miss the shot on A-long. It's going to be Disturbed with a nice headshot there to take him out. Now they have an advantage for this A push. It's going to be a 3-man rush. Make that a 4-man push up towards A, and it's not going to be a very good hold here. Zaren's just going to be one and done, and now it is a 2v4 as Asuka picks up one on the entry. Finally, King finds an answer here. He takes down one, and it's going to be a 3-on-2. Asuka misses the shot onto King, but King, he'll miss it as well. They still finally challenge each other, but it will be Asuka coming out on top here now. Aries left in a 1-on-3 to try and clutch this one out, but it doesn't matter. Asuka picking up his 11th in the half.
Yeah, Asuka stepping up now finally after the little bit of after the sound problems that we had. But yeah, this is what I was saying. This is what I got told. Watch out for Asuka because, you know, he's going to be doing things like this. What is he, 11 kills now in this first half?
He's at 11 kills already in the first half as we go into the final round. He is definitely the player they want to look out for. The rest of his team, no one even has over 4 since the reset, but he sits at 11. And he's going to be a huge force here for iNsanes, trying to push themselves towards victory here in the first half, but still King, he's looking for a pick over here towards A, just trying to peek out on the cross, but it looks like we may see a slow push coming out towards A. Again, it's going to be a 3-man stack here, pushing their way through the snake into A-long. The flashes come out, but there's no direct challenge from Pacific.Wara. iNsanes, they're going to have to go deeper into the sites to try and find these players. Pacific playing much more passive this time around. They're almost afraid to give up the half here, and this is where they could run into some trouble by giving iNsanes so much map control. Disturbed picks off one, but boy, he's there to trade. Now it's going to be an even 4v4. But the bomb is already working its way towards A, but it doesn't matter. Pacific.Wara has clearly read this, and they have 3 players ready to hold this down. King picks up one on the cross, but it's going to be Icebar trading with a nice kill onto BX there. 3v3 as they get this bomb down on the site here. King still looking for more. Icebar tries to get the peek, but it's just not going to happen. Zaren, Poi, and King, though, looking for a potential retake here, but this is the final round of the half. Both teams desperately trying to hold on. Zaren finds one from Cat, though. It's going to be some trouble. Zaren picks up the double kill, make it a triple kill. Zaren coming up huge for his team, and that is going to be a great way for Pacific to hold on and close out this first half.
What a well, what a round that for Zaren with that 3K on the retake. And yeah, as you said, that's gonna be a nice way to close out the first half.
And as we predicted, it is still very, very close. 5-4 Pacific in the lead, but still iNsanes in a pretty comfortable position to try and make the comeback here as they go into the second half. But definitely was nice to see, especially Asuka step up after that reset there. Yeah,
definitely. I mean, like we got told again, definitely Asuka the one to watch out for. But other than Asuka, who else do you think did really good on iNsanes?
Honestly, after the reset, I didn't see too many players that really threw me off guard with how well they were playing. I think it was just them playing comfortably around Asuka and trying to get him into a position where he can make those impact frags, and then just trying to comfortably hold on to the round after they had that initial entry going their way. But right now, Pacific, they seem to be a little bit more in sync as a team, and I think that's why they were able to close out the half, because we had good rounds from King, Zaren, and Aries, all 3 of them making some huge impacts for their team, and I think as a unit, they seem to be performing just a hair above iNsanes. iNsanes, they need to meet at that Asuka level if they really want to close this one out with a win, but if they can still continue to work those picks around him, they have a potential to keep this one very close.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you can't really have... You know, especially coming into the Grand Finals, you don't want to be on a team where you have a hard carry and the rest of your players are like, you know, just not on par as you. It never really ends well.
Definitely not, and Now this is their chance to prove themselves here. It's going to be Disturbed picking off one. It's going to be Zarn who falls down, and now it's going to be a 4-on-5. Insanes with the one-man advantage as we kick off the second half. Insanes down by one, but looking to tie this one up right away. Pacific.Wara, though, starting to group up for a split onto A. It's going to be Poi and BX pushing their way onto Cat, but Icebar is ready for it, along with Steelix. They are going to win this exchange here, and it's going to be Poi who just has to back off and give them control back of Cat. But boy, he goes for the late repeat. He's going to take down one, but Steelix, he's not in a position to trade. King picks up the double kill. Now it's going to be a 3-on-2. Pacific somehow have turned this one back in their favor. Poi finds another, make that a double kill between Poi and King, picking up all 5 kills. Insanes have to be wondering what went wrong there.
Yeah, Insanes are definitely going to be wondering what just happened. They just got... Yeah, it was... That was not good. But A-Long push coming out from Insanes here. Asuka will land the first kill onto Poi, but Icebat will get traded.
That's going to be a great start here, but still, Insanes, they're going to have to step it up, as Pacific has shown us in these close-knit situations that they just seem to be able to outclass Insanes in these close quarters battles. But right now, Insanes, they're sort of split on where they want to actually defend here, but Ares is looking for the pickup. Cat, Asuka looking to potentially challenge things here. Zarn will throw a nice smoke out, though, for mid. Question is, who will challenge first on the side of Insanes? They're getting a little aggressive here, though. Disturb and BX looking very close to challenging here, but Insanes, they don't want to take these aim battles. They're almost scared to peek out and try and challenge Pacific, but BX, he's going to go in, throw the smoke here, and he may run into some trouble. Disturb playing the patience game here, and this actually could play to his favor. Steelix, though, getting a little antsy here, trying to peek out on the mid doors, but so far Insanes just playing extremely passive on their GR hold right now, though. Pacific, it looks like they're going to try and potentially rotate here and take this A bomb site, but Insanes, they're still just playing very passive here. They're very scared to challenge these guys in mid. Steelix just playing on the edge of this door, waiting for someone to try and rush out, but doesn't matter. It's going to be a full 4-push up Cat here to try and get this bomb down. Ares just watching the flank here. King, though, looking for the initial frag here. He's going to be the first one to peek up Cat. Now seeing A-Long. So far, though, he's not going to be able to get the pick, and King comes out on top there. Now it is going to be a 4-on-3. Asuka just not able to get that pick this time around, and now it's going to be Pacific in a great position to put their 7th round up on the board. Now it's all about the post plan here. Steelix, though, aggressively working his way back in, but it doesn't matter. BX picks up the trade, and it's going to be a 2-on-3 now. Avedon and Disturb looking to try and make a miracle happen, but Ares, he's ready for one. BX, he's ready for the other, but Avedon still comes out on top with just 16 HP. They're going to try and make it happen, but it will be the end of the round here. Pacific picks it up. A very nice nade there from Zarn.
Yeah, and that's going to make things 7-4 here on the board in favor of Team Pacific. And it looks like we're not going to be seeing an A-Long push this time, but we will see a double stack here towards the Cat. In the meantime, though, for Pacific, 3 players towards mid here, 2 towards A-Long. This could potentially be a Cat push or a possible mid to B push here coming out from Team Pacific. Bomb will get picked up. Shots being fired here towards A-Long from Pacific. None seem to be connecting. Doesn't look like anyone is wanting to hold from triple here in terms of Insane's side. We do have a player on towards Cat. But yeah, it looks like they will start contesting here. Steelix will pick off Poi, and that's going to be an early 5v4 advantage. And it looks like they are starting to infiltrate towards the B box room area. We do have a player on B site from Insanes. Yeah, shots being exchanged, and it looks like a BXM will go ahead and pick off Asuka. Rotate coming in from Insanes as well. One player already headed over towards B window. The bomb is still late. The bomb is still towards bridge. Maybe someone can get a peek from BC, but no, it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Ares, though, will find Ice Bar, and the bomb now making his way over towards the bomb site, checking out the doors, making sure everything is clear. We do have a player on the flank here from Insanes, and it doesn't matter though. Steelix will go down to King's Deagle. Someone in B window there. Disturb was on the flank that does take out. Ares was on the flank that does get gunned down from Disturb. 2v2 retake here. BXM will take out Avedon, and Disturb goes down to King's Orb.
Now and it's going to be 8-4, what we expected to be a fairly close match. iNsanes, they're just not able to keep up Pacific. They seem to have the momentum rolling behind them now on their blacklist half, and it looks like they may be able to close this one out in their favor pretty heavily if they keep things going this way. Right now, though, it is going to be Zarin going down to Steelix to start off the round. iNsanes, though, it seems like they have had quite a few early round advantages, but they just can't seem to hold on to them here in this situation. Right now, though, it's going to be Disturb looking for the pick over towards B, and King, he's actually going to be hit pretty hard from that nade. As he backs off, he's going to have just under 50 HP. Right now, though, BX, he's trying to get the trade here onto B, but still, iNsanes doing a good job of playing passive here and not trying to challenge now that they do have that man advantage. On top of that, King very low as well. Right now, though, it is going to be Icebar looking for a challenge on Cat. Abaddon, though, playing in the back corner boxes here on B, just trying to get someone baited into his crosshairs, but it is just going to be some extremely passive play here coming out from Pacific.Wara. Very interesting change of pace from them. They usually seem pretty eager to work their way into a side, but this time they're trying to get iNsanes to make a mistake, and iNsanes, they know they have the advantage and they are not going to give that up, and now they do have a ton of map control as well. We've got a player pushed up in A long, and we have 2 over towards B while 2 hold passively in mid as well. And now Pacific, they know they have to commit here. They're going to be working their way into the B box room. King looking on the cross for doors. BX looking to challenge under window and potentially the corner box here. It's going to be Abaddon, though, who finds the entry. And iNsanes are in a great position as it's going to be King who misses the corner box shot as well. It's going to be Abaddon taking some damage, but it's not out just yet. 40 seconds and still Pacific, they don't want to push onto this site. But finally they'll get it. King gets the jump shot around the window onto the corner box there, and it's going to be a 4-on-3 here. Now Pacific tries to force their way into this B bomb site. KOWAI finds one with a nade, though. It's going to be Icebar trading them out. And now it's going to be a 3-on-2, but King finds another. Aries crouches in the corner. King comes up for the trade, though. It's going to be a 1v1. Asuka versus King, but Asuka will come through and hold on there for iNsanes.
8-5, and that looked pretty close. I thought Pacific.Wara were going to take that one. It looked like they were almost about to take that one.
It was a very close round there. King holding on for dear life for his team, but in the end, the 1v1 does go the way of Asuka. Abaddon, though, finds the opening frag here. It's going to be BXM going down towards B water, and now it's going to be 5-on-4 guys in favor of iNsanes on the round. But just as I say that, it's going to be KOWAI picking up one. Asuka goes down early on in the round as well. And now it's going to be only a sniper in the hands of Pacific.Wara to work with on the round. Right now, though, it's going to be Steelix getting aggressive on Cat, looking for some intel in mid, but he's not going to be able to find anything just yet. It looks like the bomb's going to be already committed up towards A here, so it's going to be Aries and KOWAI. They already have full control of A, and this is where iNsanes has to be careful. They've given this bomb site up to Pacific. They do manage to find KOWAI already on the rotation. Zarin, though, are in a great position to catch anyone rotating under Cat, but they definitely need to be careful. Abaddon already working his way onto Cat. Icebar and Steelix on the rotation as well. Disturb goes for the challenge under Cat. It's going to be one going down, but the trade does come in. King looking for more, though. He's going to run into some trouble. 2 players challenge him. Disturb will pick up the kill, but Aries, he's left in a 1v3. He gets one on the board, but it's going to be Disturb with the nice Deagle frag to shut him down and put another one up on the board here for iNsanes, and that's 2 in a row for them.
Yep, that is 2 in a row, and it does look like they're starting to pick up a little bit of momentum, making things now 8-7 on the board. And like I said, this match is literally 50-50, and you know it's going to be close. It's either going to be like something like 10-8, which is what I'm feeling right now. Probably, you know.
Now it's going to be Steelix and Abaddon picking up the early entry frags as well as they move themselves closer to a tie. It's going to be Abaddon picking up another. King finally comes in for the trade, but it's not going to matter. Aries is all alone in a 1v4. And this is where things have started to go completely wrong for Pacific.Wara. They potentially are facing a 3rd round in a row going the way of iNsanes, and this half is not looking as good as it started here for them. It's going to be up to Aries to come up with something incredible. He picks up one, but that'll be it. The trade comes in immediately, and just like that, iNsanes are starting to work their way back into this one, and they are 1 away from bringing it to a tie here, guys. It's going to be 7-8. iNsanes just down by 1 now. Looking for the impact here. It's going to be a challenge, though, over on A long. 3 players from both teams meeting up. It's going to be Pacific who gets the initial entry. KOWAI taking down one. Icebar and Asuka, though, looking to try and hold on. Asuka finds one on the corner shot there, but it's going to be BXM who comes in with Aries and cleans things up nicely for Pacific. Now it's just going to be 1 player alive here. It is going to be Pacific with full control of this A bomb site. Avedon, he's going to have to do something insane to try and live up to his namesake here. Right now, though, it's going to be Avedon looking for the early frag, but it won't matter. Poi hits him with a nice shot there, and that is going to put the guys of Pacific.Wara here on their match point. 9-7 going to be their score, as now they look to try and potentially close this one out, guys. It's looking like Pacific may have what it takes, but Insanes, they are just 2 away from bringing it to a tie here.
Yeah, definitely possibly a 4-team Insanes. And once again, though, they're going to send 3 out towards A-Long, realize it's not going to be contested. And, you know, it looks like Insanes are going to be taking this one slow. I mean, they don't want to risk it on any sort of silly pushes. You know, they need to get 2 rounds, you know, as clean and effectively as possible. They do have 1 player up in water, so I guess that sort of balances it out, having map control in water but leaving A-Long clear. Bomb is headed over towards A-Long here, spotting the corner, and we do have players moving up towards Cat. I think it may just possibly be Asuka and base there just spotting out. Flash grenade goes out, and it looks like they're going to start pushing up towards Cat here. Double kill coming out from BXM. Asuka, though, will collect the kill onto Ares. Zarin will find a kill onto Asuka there through the box of BXM there with the 3rd kill onto Disturb, and now it's a 1v4 situation.
The Avedon all alone, but just like that, he's shut down, and that will actually be the game here, guys. 10-7, Pacific.Wara going to take this one and move themselves onto their next match, which will be the guys of Brave, which will be a very
It should be an interesting game, yeah. I mean, knowing how Brave must be feeling right now, I mean, with their stomp against the Korean team, it should be an interesting game. But like I said, this was going to be very close. We did say it was going to be, you know, either team can win it 50-50, but it's going to be really close.
And there we have it, guys. That's going to be our 3rd match of the day, closing out with Pacific.Wara taking the win. And that's going to be actually all of our round 1 game completed, guys. And looking at all of the results, I'm actually surprised with a lot of these games today. A lot of interesting upsets, but on top of that, some teams we expected to perform